Welcome to another episode of Tips from the Swamp by Absolute Control Irrigation Specialists Incorporated. Today we're going to discuss how the different components in a two-wire communication system for a Rainbird Maxi Central system interconnect and operate. The first item to consider is in the office or central location where the computer is hooked up to it is the Maxi Interface Module, commonly referred to as a MIM. The MIM has a two-wire AC communication path that goes out into the field and goes to each satellite. Within those communication paths, there are 4 different outputs, which are referred to as groups, each one of which has its own separate circuit breaker on-off switch. That two-wire path goes to the satellite and is connected to the communication module right here. That communication module takes the signal being sent from the MIM, transmits it through a ribbon cable to the power interconnect. From the power interconnect, it connects to the faceplate through a ribbon cable. Also connected to that power interconnect are the output modules referred to as OSMs. In this case, I have 2 of them here. One of them, they're both identical, other than one of them has on-off switches on it. The other one does not. These on-off switches can be used to turn an individual station on using the switch in the event that you need water and the faceplate's not operational and you have power there. Or you can center it and it will not respond to signals from the faceplate at all, or put it back in the automatic position. These all connect through this power interconnect, which is the unit that routes all of the correct power and all the correct signals to the right locations. Now, when you first set up a field satellite for a communication system, you need to assign it a group number. And in this satellite, I have preset it to group 1. I have preset it to satellite ID or channel number 1. The reason that's important is when you are accessing it from your computer, if you want to know what's going on with these different light indicators, you need to set the MIM so that the proper group and channels are represented in the switch mechanism. This is an older MIM, so it has video switches, and it is currently set to 101. That is the video switch. And as you see, it is set to 101. You can change it by accessing these buttons. So again, you're at 101, so it will respond to satellite 1. Now that we've made sure that we have the proper settings for our group and channel to match up with our faceplate, if we want to operate that satellite, we can do it manually from the MIM without a computer. And for this demonstration, I am going to do it manually. To do that, I have a mode switch that says automatic and manual. I put that mode switch into manual. Because this is set at group 1, channel 1, satellite ID 1, and our satellite is on group 1, set to satellite ID 1, when I access the Start Advanced switch, you'll notice that the first station on the output module lights up and comes on. Now, if I push Start Advance again, you'll notice that it changed from station 1 to station 2. To turn that system off, all I need to do is hit cancel. and you'll notice that everything turns off. That's so that you can manually run the system, or how your communication runs from your MIM to your communication module to your power interconnect to the faceplate, back to the power interconnect to your OSMs. The other thing that you'll notice is on the faceplate, right up in this corner, there's a red light that is locked solid, and that's saying that you are getting communication. If that's blinking, it says we're not locked in. There's a problem in the communication path. Now, to check and see if we're getting proper communication voltage, you need to test your power incoming at the communication module. To do that, you need a voltometer. Set your voltometer to AC voltage. And then take your two probes and put one on each of the connections for the incoming wires. And you'll notice the meter now shows us a fluctuating 22.5 to 23 plus volts, and it's fluctuating. It needs to fluctuate because that signal's being sent. It will, if the communication occurs from the MIM, that will drop down to 20 to 21 volts. It should never go below 19 volts. But you want to make sure that voltage is there. If that voltage is not there, you either have a problem with the communication wire from the MIM, or you want to check and make sure that the on-off switch for that wire group is on. This is actually not only an on-off switch, but it's also a circuit breaker. And there's one for each wire group. So if there is a short circuit that occurs in this wire group 1 wire, then this will trip off automatically as a circuit breaker. If it's done that, then you need to solve whatever problem is causing the short and then reset it back on, and that should bring the system back up. This has been the communication and operation layout of a Par Plus Rainbird Maxi control system being operated from a MIM. This same thing pertains to the Par Plus ES series. I hope you enjoyed the video and that it was helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe to our channel so you do not miss any new videos. We also appreciate your comments and suggestions. Remember, we will provide you a shipping label, and we promise you a quick turnaround on all repairs. Visit us on our website at www.absolute-control.com.